Yeah, hello! How's it going, everyone? So, this was actually a stream I've had planned for a while now. I'd planned on coming back to streaming, much longer ago, and, when I finally, you know, was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come back to streaming. I even made the thumbnail for the stream. Like, I made custom art for it, and I was so happy with it. And then my work decided to schedule me, like, every day of the week for 2 months straight, and I was not able to start working or start streaming. But, so I'm very excited to do this because well, okay. Let's start with the context. I went to the library to renew my library card recently. So I haven't been to the library since I was still probably in middle school. I did go there to write a little bit when I was you know, I was trying to get comics done, and turns out I'm not a very good writer. Like, I can't focus on writing very easily, so I thought maybe going to the library would help, but it didn't. But I haven't properly rented anything from the library in ages, and I want to get back into reading or listening to audiobooks while I work, because YouTube really likes to recommend me nothing but super negative, very depressing video essays and drama content. Don't get me wrong, I love video essays. I think they're good to keep up with what's going on in the world and whatnot, but the video essays that I like are the 3-hour-long ones by some random guy I found on the internet who likes to talk about the very specific media that they like. And when that doesn't happen for me, or like, you know, when I watch one of those, YouTube has no fucking clue what the thread is between all the ones that I watch. They think, oh, she watched a bunch of video essay analysis, so we'll just show her a bunch of video essay analyses. I'm like, I don't really want to watch like 50 million videos on the lore of The Sims, you know? I wanted to watch that one video because that guy seemed passionate about it. But, so in order to compensate, they just start to show you drama content because people can pump those out way faster than some guy can pump out 3-hour-long videos, and it means that my feed gets very negative very quickly, and I am, if you've watched long enough streams by me, you'd know that it definitely affects my mental health that I really only see negative videos. So, in an effort to be a bit more positive, I'm going out of my way to get back into listening to audiobooks instead of these videos that are basically meant to make you mad. So what I'm doing is I've got Goodreads. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to put a bunch of books in there, and we're gonna see what books it tells me that I should rent from the library. And while I'm doing that, you guys can judge me for my taste in books, because after all, I've branded myself as the book fan. I truly hate my username. I don't know if you guys know that. It's really cringy to say it out loud. I made it when I was like in 5th grade, and I stopped reading books pretty shortly after when I discovered comics and webcomics. What is buzzing? Oh my god. Okay, something is buzzing, but I have no notifications on my phone. Fucking stop. Okay. And, so, yeah, we're gonna go through, I'm gonna, like, list as many as I can, but, the ones that I end up rating will probably be comics, because the comics are the ones that I've read recently enough to where I could properly rate them. And I'm just gonna hope that if I add enough regular books, even if they are teen fiction, to my I've read this list, it will eventually come out to recommending me actual proper books. So yeah, before we begin, I am going to have to adjust my browser because I realized that I fucked up. And oh, actually, it kind of looks like it fixed it automatically. That's good. So I'm not gonna have to adjust anything. Okay, cool. Yeah, I realized that I couldn't actually see chat the way that I had it before. But, cool, awesome. All right, so then that means we could begin. I suppose I should maybe start and see what comics are on there. I'm not sure. Or maybe I should do, okay, wait. So you know what I have read is all of the Percy Jackson books. I could just go through and like go to the Rick Riordan and just rate everything. Did you guys know I actually went to a Rick Riordan talk at one point? It was very fun. It was very aimed at kids. And also I felt like I was talking with my dad a bit too much. I should have just been paying attention. I feel bad about how I behaved at that one. Fortunately, I don't think anyone called me out on it, but but I was actually I'm still a huge Rick Riordan fan. I don't know, so I've been a huge fan of, archaeology and specifically, oh fuck, what's the word? Anthropology. I've been a huge fan of anthropology for a while, and I think that these books are absolutely to blame. So we can go down. Read. Oh fuck, oh god, is it gonna do this every time? We don't have to add this to my update feed. These are all the books I've read as a kid. Also, I don't... Sea of Monsters also read. This one was always my favorite Percy Jackson book. I think is that a controversial take? I don't know, it might be. Battle of the Labyrinth, I've also read. The funniest part about Are You Winning This Game? I'm winning so hard. I've read all of the Percy Jackson books. I'm talking about, so these books were really popular. Let's go, let's go! No, it's gonna be so embarrassing. You have no idea. I named myself vBookfangeek, and I haven't read a book since I was in fucking, like, middle school, I don't think. I mean, I think I read it in high school. I think, let's mood. Yeah, look, I discovered comics, and comics are the love of my life. And of course I'm gonna spend what free time I have reading comics. That's just how this is gonna go. See, The Son of Neptune, also read. At some point I stopped reading these because I stopped reading books, but I'm pretty sure I finished The Heroes of Olympus. The fun fact is I actually have a book signed by Rick Riordan because I went to that Rick Riordan talk, right? And I just never read it. I have an autographed book by Rick Riordan, and I haven't read it. I should probably read it. This is why we're doing because I want to do audiobooks so that I can listen while I work. See, I read the first book of the Magnus Chase series. This is about when I dropped off. I think I've read the first of the Trials of Apollo, so we can skip this. I've read a couple of the short stories from the Demigod Files, but not the full thing. Let's see, The Burning Maze. No. Oh, that's right. Oh my god, wait. Who remembers the 39 Clues? Did anyone read those? Do you think you barely managed to finish the Magnus Chase stuff before you stopped reading forever? Holy shit. I know, right? If you want to know a secret, I actually never read the series because, as I've mentioned, I don't really like looking at skeletons and specifically skulls. And like, Well, in theory, I could have read it. The idea of having a book in my room that has a bunch of skulls staring up at me that I might accidentally see throughout the night made it so that I just never started, because it was the first book in the series. If you're gonna sell kid me a story about a bunch of bones, like with a bunch of skulls on it, then it's gotta be a pretty good sell. You've completely forgotten about those. What were they even about? They were really... Oh, so technically, the interesting thing about the 39 Clues, I don't know why I know this. I never read this series. The 39 Clues, each book was written by a different author. So the first one's Rick Riordan, the second's Gordon Corman, the third is Peter Baragnas? Stop buzzing! I'm sorry, my phone keeps buzzing. And it doesn't, I'm not getting any notifications. So I don't know. This is like the third time this stream. My phone's broken. Oh, it looks like after a while they started repeating, because there's a couple by Jude, a couple by Peter. All right, yeah. Rick Riordan wrote a second one. This one's literally just written by Scholastic. It's shaking, it's scared. I was also shaking. It's not fair. I haven't streamed in so long that my, like, anxiety around streaming came back. I almost didn't stream because I was too embarrassed knowing that my parents could overhear me talking. I need to get the fuck back into it. I did not care this much. I really didn't. Okay, why is the Percy Jackson boxed set a different book from the actual series? The Son of the Star. Nico D'Angelo Adventure. Oh, that's right. Okay. I remember really liking Nico D'Angelo as a kid. And when I tell you how adorable it is that they set the edgy emo goth boy up with the literal child of the sun god, that so cute. I don't know. I name a more perfect pairing. Like, I don't know anything about the guy he ended up with, because after he, like, I think I stopped reading just altogether, like, right after they got together, so I have no idea how they are as a couple. I just like the idea of them being together because of aesthetics. Also because I wanted Nico to be happy. The twist about his feelings about Percy. Nico was my first experience as the, oh, they're gal pals kind of mindset. The Nico gay reveal happened to my baby ass was like, oh, like his friends? Oh no! I don't know if I ever had one of those moments. Maybe? I'm trying to remember when my first experience with the concept of people being gay was. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it just like popped into the brains of everyone in my school fully formed. I'm thinking so hard. I don't know. You think you would have had an earlier experience with gay people considering your aunt has a wife? Wait a minute. Was that also a gal pals experience? You were so funny. To be fair, I would be the exact same way around that sort of stuff. Because I remember, like, thinking, Aw, man, no, everyone's too young to be getting romantic feelings for each other. Everyone's too young for it. And then, like, meanwhile, I was in high school and people were dating and broken up, and there was a literal teen pregnancy in the grade above me, and I don't... That's a universal something. No, they just came out. No, they came as a pair all the time and just went, oh, they're a pair. You didn't consider anything. Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh man, brains work so strangely as a kid, don't they? Okay. I feel like we're getting out of the actual proper books, but I definitely didn't rate all of the ones that I've got, or that I've read, because I only rated one of the Kane Chronicles books. Where the fuck are they? Why are all the box sets separate? I've never used Goodreads before. So good at minding your own business. You never realized any of that stuff. It's awesome. Oh my god. The Kane Chronicles. The Kane Chronicles are so good. They're so contentious though. I don't get it. Like, why do so many people dislike them? I've had people say like, oh, it was too hard. I didn't understand it. And like, what are you talking about? I understood it perfectly fine. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I sort by publication date. No, this isn't working. Oh, combine editions. Perfect. Okay, this'll work. Oh, okay. Well, people just, yeah! No, the wildest part is I remember one time my kid, or not kid, the parents of some of my childhood friends, she was the one who said that she didn't get it. She was the adult. How do you not get it? I understood it perfectly fine. I think it's a really interesting take on, oh, here we go. Oh my god. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm figuring it out. Red. And now I could just read it without getting marked. Okay. Rip to her, but you were so powerful and built different. I truly am built different. Okay, wait. Okay, that's it. And that is also it. Okay, I have these all open on separate tabs. I didn't realize they would open into the actual series. Apparently series are the way to go. Oh, let's see. Am I missing anything? No, I don't think so. Nope. Okay. The Half-Blood Chronicles. I think you went a little nuts over formatting of the Kane Chronicles being like a transcript of audio recordings. That's the thing you remember. Yeah, it was, or something like that, because it would alternate between, what's it, Sadie and Carter? That was a really fun way to do it. Honestly, it was fucking awesome. It was. I wonder what a British person thinks about the way that Rick Riordan tried to write a British person, though, because Sadie was British, right? Because I remember, one of the most distinct things I remember is she goes on, like, a plane ride at one point, and, she comments, like, with ice, they gave me a soda with ice, no less. Americans are so odd. I was like, hey! I don't know. Is it accurate? Maybe. Who knows? But we love big ice drinks. Honestly, that is a very European thing to say, is it? Who doesn't want cold drinks, especially soda? Okay. Unpopular opinion. I prefer my soda cold because it's less bubbly that way. That's fucking awesome. How is that audio? No, it warms up so fast. If it's from the fridge, it starts off cold, and then by the time you're done, it's so warm. So valid. Even though you're wrong. No, I refuse. Not valid. Cold drinks for the win. Even though, isn't it like proven that cold drinks actually hydrate you worse? Ooh, ooh. Here. This is another one. Do they? That's what I've heard. I don't know how real it is. Maybe? This is another one of the big books that I read that I think is gonna be really niche. Have you guys read any of these? I like this one. I think it's really hard to get over the fact that the main couple in the series are technically, like, the entire plot revolves around them being descended from the same two people. Even though they're like 4 or 5 generations removed, it's still very strange. Yeah, no, I like it. I like the series. It's real weird. It's real weird. Awesome way to introduce me to this. I think it's worth a read. If you like high fantasy, these are like some of the only high fantasy books that I've read. Let's see, what's it about? It is about a guy from a poor family who is, he gets, for whatever reason, he gets targeted by people who are trying to hunt him because he is reportedly a super powerful wizard or something similar. I don't remember. It's been a few years since I read it. And as they're chasing him down, on the other hand, there is also a princess from the line of queens who is currently trying to be murdered by the head wizard of the the place thing. Yeah, this one is actually, now that I think about it, you know the Warlock boys? The original characters I have who are warlocks, and like also me trying to reclaim Harry Potter from a bigot because that was a pretty big part of my teenage years and I'd like to take the characters for myself. I would say that Merlin, despite very obviously looking like Draco, is pretty heavily inspired by Micah, who is the son of the head wizard in the series. Like, this guy, despite basically being Draco, he is much more inspired by this series than Harry Potter, I would say. Micah, he was interesting. Yeah, he's definitely good for him. Good for him, right? Because it's very similar, like, son of the head wizard, kind of trying to be led toward a path of not really being that good of a person, but trying to fight against the destiny set out by the father that he's trying to put. God damn it, that's just Oro. Yeah, so it turns out that this series is a much bigger influence on my writing than I thought. Character's so nice, you made him twice. Apparently. Hold on. This is for the people who don't know him. I'm gonna go grab. I gotta find where the escapist fiction folder is. Hello, people who don't know about my characters or stories. This is Oro. He's literally just Merlin, but if Merlin was color inverted. Whoops! And then, okay. So this is the second series by her that I read, which is more modern fantasy, and it's also really fun. So it's called the Air Chronicles, and this one I would consider an actual Chronicles series because each book features a vastly different character and storyline, and they're all just set in the same universe. So the Warrior Heir is, in this world, everyone has these things called, I think they're called Air Stones? And they are kind of like these additional things that store magic that are in the internal organs of the people who have magic. And the first book is about a guy who has the Warrior Stone. And it turns out that over the years, warriors have been exploited and fought to the brink of extinction by the wizards, who have always kind of used them as their, like, under their control. And finding the last warrior, he is immediately snapped up by a wizard who is like, we're gonna change the system, and I'm going to change the system by using you in the way that all warriors have been used by wizards over the years. It's a very morally gray and interesting series. And then the Wizard Heir is about a wizard who gets sent to, I think it's some sort of wizard school, where they're kind of trying to brainwash him into be a bad wizard, I think, is the general plot. The Dragon Heir, I forget, but I have read it. The Enchanter Heir, this is where it really gets interesting. Because the Enchanter Heir and the Sorcerer Heir completely changes the perspective of who is, like, going on and what the story is. It is about a group or like these people who have been affected by the experiments of enchanters, which are kind of like potion makers and whatnot. And it created a curse that affected the water supply that made it so that when these people die, they don't die, they become shades. And it's about one of the survivors of this incident who will become a shade when he dies, trying to hunt down and kill these shades and put them out of their misery. It's a real, honestly, this is good. This first trilogy is good. These are so much better. They're so good. Hell yeah, literally, they're so good. Hey, I'm finally back. Yeah, so I didn't stream last week because my work decided to schedule me at the exact time that I'm supposed to stream on Sundays, but I am back to trying to stream once a week on Sundays, just to like, I want to get back into streaming, but I'm going to ease myself into it by doing hopefully short streams. We'll see how long this ends up being on Sundays. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll keep, my big goal as a streamer now is to actually do unique streams that people don't do very much and stop doing like game playthroughs, because obviously those were not working because they were not creatively fulfilling enough for me to stop, and I kept losing motivation or getting burnt out. I don't know. Either way, was not creatively fulfilling, so now I'm gonna try and be creatively fulfilled by streams, and in order to plan and set it up, I'm gonna have a lot more various fun challenge streams rather than, playthroughs. You're winning! I'm winning! It took over a year of me basically never streaming to sit and think about it. But I think I finally figured out where I want to go with my content. I needed a game plan and I needed focus, and I think I finally got it. Now I just need the time to actually set up these big fun things. I've been putting a lot of work into making sure that I'm smart, and I'm trying to find multiple different ways to get my streams out there. So expect a lot of streams that are specifically made to be cut down into YouTube highlight reels as well in the future, because it turns out I really like watching streams when they're in highlight reel form. Only when they're in highlight reel form. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. You want to know what my favorite book is? Wait. I want to read it. Wait. No. Oh, okay. How do I leave a rating? 5 stars! Yeah, no, hey! One of these days, I'm gonna make like a charm and merch line of character designs from Alice in Wonderland. It's gonna happen. I bring it up a lot. Who, me? It is genuinely one of my favorite books. The awkward VTuber blinking. I'm trying so hard to flutter my eyelashes. Do you want to see what it looks like when I actually try to flutter my eyelashes? It doesn't work. Yeah, I tried. VTubers don't blink very easily. And it's because if you don't, then you start getting into like chameleon blinking one eye at a time. I'm purposefully doing it so you guys know what I mean. This one. Is this a red flag? This is also one of my favorite books. This is the dichotomy of book jumping from me. VTubers are actually 1984, don't you know? I love me a good dystopia, actually. Ooh, wait. Speaking of dystopia, can I go to series? I want to go to series. It's just easier if I go to series, I'm learning. I want to reread these books so bad because I was not very good at media analysis as a kid. And now that I'm older and I've heard a few analyses that point out like it's supposed to be jabbing at reality TV and the exploitation of kids and media, I want to go back and I want to reread the series so bad to figure out like what I was missing as a kid when I was just reading it, you know? The Hunger Games is so good. I did not appreciate it for what it was as a kid. I really liked the series, but I did not appreciate how well written it was. Because, wait, can we go from one to the other? Because you know what series I also liked and read at the same year? Fuck, you keep doing this. I'm literally shaking from laughter. Dude, Allegiant was so bad. 1 star. What a terrible book. I liked the first 2. I thought the first 2 were good. And then Allegiant kinda... Get into chat, you just... Good start. What? You don't... Hey, without context, what do you know about the book series Divergent? Wait. Now we're on the teen dystopia. Now we're on the teen dystopia thing. This is going downhill fast. You know it's bad, baby. genuinely just good fun. Has anyone here read the Gone series? I've tried to make a comic out of this one once. That was a thing that I did so much as a kid. I would make not make books. I would. Oh my god, why won't it let me mark lies as read? Is that ironic? There's a joke in that somewhere. So Gone is the series of a bunch of teenagers in California. And at one point in California, everyone over the age of not in California, in this like small town in California that somehow has every type of biome in it. Like, I'm pretty sure it has mountains, an ocean, and a lake. But everyone over the age of 15 just disappears. And as soon as everyone disappears, they find that they are surrounded by a basically giant impenetrable bubble that does not let anyone in or out. And so it's a bunch of 15-year-old kids having to take care of all of these children, and in the worst possible twist, they start mutating. They start gaining powers. And things start going haywire, and animals start to mutate. Hunger has one of the most traumatizing intros I've ever read in the world. In like the first or second chapter, and note that this is a teen series, like they had this in my middle school. It opens with a graphic description of a teenager getting eaten alive by mutated worms. And it fucking traumatized me. Ew, yeah, it's pretty bad. It is so horrific. Some of the things that they describe in this series are so, you know what? Now that I think about it, this series explains a lot about why my writing is the way that it is. This is really a dissection into what my inspirations as a writer were, huh? We found out that a bunch of my villains are literally taken from the Seven Realms series, and now we're learning that the reason why my series are so... Hold on, I'm gonna make a new tab for this because I read a bunch more of Michael Grant's books, not just the Gone series. But how did I forget? How could I forget? How could I forget? Okay, we'll come back to that. I think this is as far as I've read. I don't know if I don't recognize the titles Monster, Villain, and Hero. I think that might have happened after. Yeah, okay, this is the actual series. Gone, Hunger, Lies, Plague, Fear, Light. And the rest of them are sequels. I honestly assumed you... No, I started with Percy Jackson. I didn't even think about Warriors. Let's see, I read the first book of Berserk, and I quite enjoyed it. I never got around to reading the rest. I should read the rest. And then, in a completely different tonal switch, let's go back to Michael Grant's author page. I also read... Where's his series? The Magnificent 12, which is not even remotely like Gone. It is like a comedy series. Written so many series that just hit the right spot for so many teenager generations. Aaron Hunter, so true though. Oh my god. I don't know if I finished this one. I think I read up to the key. I don't recognize the power. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. I have so many ideas that I don't want to forget. I need to take notes somewhere that you guys can't see it. I'm opening up my phone to take notes on what to add. You know how much I read as a kid? I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to think of anything. And now that I'm writing it down, I'm remembering so many I'm scared I'm not gonna remember when I need to put more in. Sorry, I am typing so that I don't forget. We haven't even gotten into the comics yet. What kind of books am I looking for? I'm personally looking for a more adult-oriented books. I mean, I think I'm too old to read like high school fic number 582, you know? But I'm trying to tell Goodreads what I've read so that hopefully they can start pointing me in the right direction. I'll take whatever they give me and glom onto that. Didn't read Warriors until you were in high school, and your opinion of it is, yeah, it's fine. It didn't change your brain chemistry because you were 16. Honestly, the wildest part about Warrior Cats is I liked it, but I don't think it was like a major part of my personality until I found out about the online community for it. Because I just did the online series. Right, of course, it was a fandom thing. It was definitely a fandom thing. You know how much more human, like how much better at drawing humans I would be if I'd never found out about the Warrior Cats community? I still drew humans up until I discovered My Little Pony, and I discovered My Little Pony because of Warrior Cats. Okay, here's where we're getting into where I haven't read some of it. So I've read Firestar's Quest, Blue Star's Prophecy. Did I have a Sparkle dog? I had Sparkle cats. I was never all that into dogs, actually. I said I wanted a dog as a kid because that's what I thought I had to. I still have, oh my god, I was literally talking about, I bought an adoptable recently of a Sparkle cat, and I adore her. Okay. Okay, so I just want to preface this by saying that the main characters, or my old Sparkle cat, I gave her the name I did because my name starts with an N, and I thought it'd be cute to give her a name that starts with an N, not realizing that, oh, you know what? This one doesn't have her name on it. I'm gonna show you this one instead of the redesign, because it doesn't have her name. Yeah, I accidentally named my cat a slur. I didn't know. Her name is Nil. Her name is Nil now. The wonderful things kids do with their OC names, yeah. And the emo haircut is non-negotiable. Isn't she amazing? I love how her color palette does not go together at all. Let's see. Wait, can I show you an OC that I really love? Who I don't talk about very much? This guy. I talked about this guy when I was showing off my old art. This is Face. And I love him because he literally only has the ability to make emoticons. Okay, for anyone who didn't know, when my eyes got really wide just then, I was like physically pulling my upper and bottom eyelids apart. I didn't think we're talking eye strain. Yeah, so his face, he can only make smiley, like when he's talking, his mouth will just rotate between a bunch of different smiley emoticons. So he'll do like, and of course his eyes are equals signs, so he'll be like, I'm typing. Oh yes, he can also do an XD. He can also do an XD. That's Face. Honestly, he's such a fun character concept that I want to find a use for him just because he's so fun. He's such a fun character concept. Okay. All right. Let's see. I've read SkyClan's Destiny. I've read Crooked Star's Promise. I've read Yellowfang's Secret. I've read Tall Star's Revenge. I read like half of Bramblestar's Storm, and I read half of Mothflight's Vision, and oh, I think I read Tigerheart's Shadow. I think I read Hawkwing's Journey. So this is what Graystripe got a special edition? So when he closes his eyes, is he like, I think so? That's a good question. Have I ever drawn him with his eyes closed? Hold on. I might have, I hope I have this saved. I better have this saved. I think he has his eyes closed in this. No, he doesn't! Oh, fuck. No, he doesn't. I just remembered what it looks like. Oh, no. Hold on. Yeah, this is the image I was thinking of. He does not. He's got an angry face. I guess the face he's making here is... You'll also notice that the gray cat, who is also my OC, is a vampire in this. That's him! That's him! Truly, I love him. I gotta bring him back at some point. Okay, let's... Omen of the Stars I've read. I've read some of the Warrior Cats manga. Dawn of the Clans I've read. I've read a couple of the novellas, I think. I've read some of the Seekers books. I'm just opening up new tabs, by the way. I don't know if it's showing you guys that's what's happening. I've read like 1 or 2 Vision of Shadows. Vision of Shadows is where I dropped off the series. Okay, I think that's it. Warrior Cats is a manga? Oh yeah! People hate the Warrior Cats manga style, and I don't get it personally. Adaptation? No, these are original stories. So at the end of special editions, they would put like little comics. And oh, I've read Deathwing Silence actually. They would put little comics, and like they have their own. So they have a series that talks about where Graystripe went when he was missing. So this series is about where Graystripe went when he was missing. Which I have read. Yeah, it's fun! It's really fun. And then they also have The Rise of Scourge, which is Scourge's, origin story. And then, this one is interesting. They have the story of how, Hawkfrost and Mothwing were born, from the perspective of their mom, Sasha. It is in a completely different art style from the rest of them. And this is the one that I actually physically owned. The rest of them I did not. Let's see. Shattered Peace. This one, they also have a Barley and Ravenpaw one, which, by the way, I think I have a completely different opinion on Barley. Oh, hydrate. Okay, will do. Hydration taken! I always assumed that Barley was like Blue Star's age. So when I found out that there were a lot of people who shipped Ravenpaw and Barley, I was like, what? In theory, it's canon. I don't know how old Barley is. Because Ravenpaw went and joined him as a kid. So if he was Blue Star's age, that would be a little messed up. However, if he's younger and was more like a young adult while the others were teenagers, then it probably would be valid. It's a really weird one because you don't know how old Barley is. Okay, I think that's all the manga that I've read. I guess your opinion on the ship entirely depends on how you interpreted Barley's age. The Dawn of the Clans, by the way, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. Dawn of the Clans, best Warrior Cat series. It's so good. It doesn't actually have like a proper villain, which makes it so interesting. The villain, I would say, is honestly fairly sympathetic. And it's just so nice to get a series that doesn't have Tiger Star as the villain. I'm sorry, they need to stop using Tiger Star. Just stop. Every series they find a way to shove him in there. I don't know how. Oh, Hollyleaf's Story I've definitely read. Misty Star's Omen I have not. What have I read? How have I read Hollyleaf's Story but not the other two? Dovewing Silence I already mentioned. Mableshade's Vengeance, maybe? I feel like I've read some of these, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, those are the ones that I remember. And then Seekers. Seekers were not nearly as good as Warriors, but I think I read up to The Last Wilderness, and then I stopped. Then I dropped it. It's honest, it's just not as good as Warriors. I'm sorry to all of the Seekers fans. It's so dull. People always say that they hate the Warrior Cats traveling series, like the New Prophecy. And like anytime they travel to the mountains. Seekers to me is like just that. It is just traveling episodes. Let's see, A Vision of Shadows. I read Apprentice's Quest, Thunder and Shadow, and then Shattered Sky. Awful. Yeah. It sucks that it's not that great, but yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now I've got to defer to my list so that... Okay. Oh, this one's fun. I have a fun story about how I got into this series. So the reason why I got into the Maze Runner series, and here's a fun fact, I will never watch the Maze Runner movies because the description of, what are they called? The griefers? The big blob things in the Maze Runner were so disgusting that I'm like, I don't really want to see what they look like. I was like, I'd rather not see what the hell those things look like. You loved the Maze Runner. You don't remember it, but you remember thinking it was cool. It's fun. You just remembered what basically your Warrior Cats. Have you ever heard of Redwall? It was this fantasy. It was fantasy mice having like a Game of Thrones style drama. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I have not heard of it though. However, I do love the like Warrior Cats-esque series that pop up all the time. Like I would consider Wings of Fire Warrior Cats-esque, even though it's, you know, fantasy. I really do want to read Wings of Fire, even though I'm probably too old for it. The Maze Runner is fun. Isn't it interesting how it just straight up turns into a zombie apocalypse series? See, I've read The Kill Order. Have I read The Fever Code? No, because The Kill Order's the prequel. Okay. So the reason why I started reading The Maze Runner is my dad got his hands on a pre-release copy, like a review copy of The Death Cure, which is the third book in the series. And I was like, oh my god, he gave me this book for free. I guess I gotta read the rest of the series. So that's how I found out about The Maze Runner. And that's how I ended up reading the series. That's awesome, right? I still own it. I still own the pre-release review copy of The Death Cure. I don't know. I might have read a completely different story from everyone else. Who knows? Redwall had like 21 books and you read all of them and took notes on which ones you thought were the best and tried to put together a timeline since they were published out of chronological order. That's so fun. I love when kids do stuff like that. Like how, I mean, I didn't do like that particularly, but what I would do when I really liked a series is I would try to turn it into a comic. Because I have not changed since I was a child. Yeah! And I remember my brother's version of this is he would play out entire playoffs between teams when playing ESPN NFL games. Or not ESPN, EA Sports NFL games. He would like have a notebook and he would keep track of how many wins every person got, and he would eventually have like a Super Bowl. That's awesome. I love humans. I love the way that humans like take the media that they enjoy and make something new out of it. I like that that's a thing that basically everyone does, no matter how creative of a person you are. Because like, I mean, my brother likes writing, but he was never big on creating stuff as a kid. So the fact that he did this, I think it's really cool. Like, even if you're not creative, you are still creative. Fuck you. So true, so true! Yeah, okay. Okay. This one. This was such a fun series. I found out about this one because the author visited my school. Hold on. I need to add another. Okay. This is like a really fun kind of dystopia mixed with fantasy. It's like a world where everyone, where creativity is outlawed. And so every year, anyone who is speaking of creativity, anyone who is seen as creative is shipped off essentially to be sacrificed, except it turns out that they are not actually sacrificed because the owner of the place where they go, you know, the place where they're sent has like a deal with this magic guy who's like, I'm gonna take all the creative people and I'm gonna teach them magic. And you can't kill them because I'll just magic them to safety, you know? And it's the story of how the lack of creativity in the world is trying to constantly fight back. Why won't it let me mark this as red? Against the creative people. Magic, magic, magic. It is really fun. It is really fun. Okay, so then there's the Island of Silence, which I read at the Wisconsin Dells. See, I think I read Island of Fire, and I think that's it. I don't think I read any more past this. However, this was such a good series. I just kind of stopped reading shortly after the rules. It's really fun. The additional thing that I like, that I remember being pointed out by the librarian, is even the buildings and every piece of infrastructure around the people who stay and are non-creative is crumbling, because even things like architecture and engineering involve creativity. If you get rid of creativity, you can't survive in modern society, because modern society requires that you know how to build stuff. It's really, really good. And it's such an interesting take on creativity. I don't think you ever see things like engineering and architecture being considered a creative field, but they are. Oh, it's so fun. It's such a good take on creativity. Highly recommend. These are all kids series still, by the way. And now we're gonna go to, I should have done this when I did Divergent. It would have been so much funnier. You can really tell I was exactly the right age for the teenage dystopia boom. I will say, in the society, they really did call it that. The society! I am also crying! So here's the thing. In the society, officials decide who you love. I'm just gonna see if... I hope this is on here. I don't think it is. If you want a better version of this, if you want a version of Matched that actually has something it wants to say, go read the webtoon Luff. It's so good. Oh, and for people with using the closed captions, that's L-U-F-F. It's so much better. It's essentially the same idea, except instead of being like, oh, I'm angsty because they're forcing me to love, it's, oh, they're using the system to further the class divide, and it's wrecking everyone's lives because people are just taking on partners, like life partners, and getting married because they have to in order to do well in society. That sounds so much more interesting than the society. It really does, doesn't it? I want to make a series about love. I think it's really interesting. The one thing that really gets me is the #1 critique of Luff is how there's like a character who, like, they get mad that, oh no, the characters in the story talking about how people are forced into romantic relationships cheat on each other. Yeah, I fucking wonder why. It's almost like that has some sort of relevance to the story. It's almost like it's showing how people are forced into relationships they don't want. You can't say that it's not thematically appropriate. And oh my god, the critiques of like saying like, oh, this person cheated on this guy and he's so nice, how dare she? And it's like, yeah, she has openly said that she needed it. If I remember correctly, she had to get married to pay for her mother's medical bills. I want to make that video essay on Luff so fucking bad. It's such a good series and people do not understand how good it is. It makes me so mad. Okay, it's not on here though. That's really sad. I want to add webtoons on here, but since a lot of webtoons don't have physical books, I don't think a lot of them are going to be on here. No, let me look up Luff in the comics genre. Title. Oh god, and it's gonna get buried by all the One Piece shit. Oh no! Yeah, alas, that's so sad. Truly, I have been working toward getting physical copies of the webtoons I like. No One Piece, fuck! Oh my god. I have a history with One Piece that I do not need to get into right now. I don't plan on ever watching it, though. Let's see. This is a fun one. What is that Luff you were talking about? One sec, I'm typing in a new series. This is like this one's for way younger kids, but my brain keeps reminding me about it for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see if I can get it. Lightbringbot's dead! Guys, I never logged into Lightbringbot! Oh my god, Lightbringbot, I'm so sorry! I fucking killed him! He's dead! He's fucking dead! Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I need you. I need your comic redeem, please. 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 Lightbringbot. It's loading. He'll send a message in chat when he's ready. Yay! Why is it in full screen? Okay, no, that's fine. I don't need to go from here. Let's see. Comic Rec. Lightbring bot. I went through so much effort to update the list of comics that you could have. What the fuck, dude? What is the command? Oh my god, it's specifically web comic rec? I gotta add comic rec. Yeah, okay, that's web comic rec. Web comic rec. We're gonna get there. Web comic rec. We're gonna get there. Web comic rec. It's in here somewhere. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I ever added it on here. Wait, I'm literally sharing my browser screen. This is love. You're so glad you started reading that and you stuck with it to the end? Wait, which one? What did you read? I'm sorry, the chat got completely covered in my webcomic recommendation. You would hate to have to read... Wait. Cursed Princess Club? With daily passes. Oh! Oh, yeah. So I've just started buying daily passes. Because I like binging series. So I'll just buy daily passes and unlock everything. It sucks, but I hate it a lot less now that I know that it's not, you know, it's what's the word I'm searching for? It's not, they don't expire if you buy it with coins. That's what I'm searching for. Cursed Princess Club, my best friend Cursed Princess Club. I love Cursed Princess Club. You read Luff when it's still updated. I think it's really good. Some parts of it can be really dull. However, it has so much stuff it wants to say about the world that I can completely overlook the more boring aspects. So it's say they built their whole society on a dating app. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, in my mind, the dating app is kind of supposed to be... Like, okay, so you have to take all of my interpretations with a grain of salt, because the author is, I'm pretty sure, from Latin America, and I'm looking at it through a very American lens, but I see it very much as, like, credit scores to me. Like, it's very much a critique of something similar to credit scores, whatever, wherever she's from, I don't know. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's a really fun series about things like imaginonormativity and classism and the way that classism kind of forces you into doing things that you don't want to do. And it's so good. There's so much to it. My fingernails are digging into the skin of my head. Ow! Luff is really good. Go read Luff. People hate it for some reason, and it's really good. It does not deserve the hate that it gets. Like, at all. Oh, okay, wait. Here's another one that is a huge inspiration for my stuff. Fucking, of course, right? Future Tech is literally just the school. Like, it's not even, it is so blatant. It is so blatant. You've never heard of Maximum Ride? Oh no. How do I explain? It's not the concept. It's not like what it's about. How do I explain the impact of Maximum Ride? How do I explain the vibes? So Maximum Ride is, on its surface, a series about a group of kids who have been experimented on to have wings and like air sacs and basically be part bird. and it's about this like group who have, you know, a found family. Some guy like helps break them out, and it starts with them like living on a little cliff alone, hidden away from the place that experimented on them. And okay, I think I get what you get. Yeah, you're getting the future tech inspiration, right? It starts like the series starts with them having successfully escaped from the school for the first time, and then they get found and they get attacked, and then it just goes to hell. There's no fucking way that James Patterson didn't just make shit up as he went along. Because this shit devolves so fast. Oh my god, hi, great! Thank you so much, oh my god! Thank you! Welcome back! Thank you! Ow! That went on so much longer than I thought it would. I was literally about to be like, wait, where's the tits redeem? And then it just started bashing me in the head. Wait. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted again because I want to share this with you. So we were talking about Maximum Ride, and I think the best way to share with you what Maximum Ride is like to someone who read Maximum Ride is to share a video essay with you. This channel is so fucking underrated. Go watch Crowcaller. Look at how few subscribers they have. This is ridiculous. They're one of my favorite book reviewers out there. Go watch their stuff. Man, it's so good. Okay. Yeah, no, this is, in my mind, they hit the nail on the head about why Maximum Ride is so, it's in such a strange spot in the heads of the people who read it. Okay, I think I read up to Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports. I think I gave up before Final Warning, because this shit apparently gets wild according to the Crowcaller video. And I do not remember any of it, so I think book 3 is where I went, oh, this book sucks, and then I stopped reading. You thought, for what you'd heard of Maximum Ride, that it was good? You see, it was wrong if this required... Okay, so here's the thing about Maximum Ride. I believe the plan was to have a nice, tight trilogy. Wait, the fucking character named Maximum Ride? Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing about the characters. They don't have real names. So Maximum Ride named herself. She named herself after Sally Ride, the astronaut, and like, I don't know where Maximum came from. Generally, she goes by Max. Her name is fucking Max. There's a kid. Okay. There's a kid whose name is Fang. My captions are so behind. I'm sorry. I'm letting them catch up. The closed captioning could not keep up with me ranting about Maximum Ride. Okay, it caught up. Okay, but Fang sounds like a normal, like, kid naming themselves thing. I suppose that's fair. I'm pretty sure one of the other ones named himself Gas Man. After how much he farts. I can't find the names of the rest of them. You're gonna die like a Mega Man character! You're so right! Okay, so now why am I clicking on James Patterson? Why does James Patterson have a series that... Why does he have so many series that are literally just one book? Can I help you? Wait! Oh, fuck! Hold on, I saw it! I saw the thing I was looking for. Here we go. Witch and Wizard! This is such a good series. You're imagining the name set of Brian David Gilbert's voice because of the Unraveled character? Gasman! How does he say it? I haven't I haven't watched Unraveled in so long. Like, Gasman! That's how he'd say it, right? Like, Gasman! How's my Brian David Gilbert impression? I miss Unraveled so fucking much, man. Can Brian David Gilbert make an Unraveled-like series? Please? I miss Unraveled so much. It can be about whatever he wants. Rant about Maximum Ride. Okay, so, Witch and Wizard is a series about... Well, it's another, like, kind of dystopian series about magic trying to be outlawed and, like, fighting back, and there's something about, like, kids ruling the world. God fucking damn it. This has the exact same moral as... Hey, we found another inspiration of mine. This is the takeaway of the series of, like, stepping aside and letting kids rule the world and, like, actually, you know, letting them speak for themselves is literally the #1 theme of Overthrow the Underworld, which is another comic of mine that I'm planning. So now the thing about Witch and Wizard is, I learned from the from Maximum Ride. I read up until book 4. I was like, this has a satisfying ending that answered all of the things I wanted to know at the end of the fire. I see that there's a 5th book coming out. I don't see any reason why this book is needed. They are milking the series. I'm done. So I just stopped watching or reading. I learned. In my mind, what's the term for, like, a quad series? 8766 rating versus... Oh, wait, which one? Oh, yeah, no, here's the thing about the kiss. It's kind of the perfect ending for the series. Oh my god, wait, look at the drop-off. It is literally halving with every series, with every new book. Perhaps this series was not as good as I remember. In my opinion, I liked this one a lot more than Maximum Ride, but it's possible that it was just a mess. Oh, wait. Oh, I did. You know what? I did read another one of James Patterson's books for kids at one point. I remember being so proud because it's a murder mystery, you know? That's like James Patterson's whole thing. And I managed to guess what happened and who the killer was, and I was so proud of myself for it. I'm on page 2, right? Go back to page 1. I wonder if it's here. I feel like I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see it. 2, I don't know what it's called. So I don't think I can find it. Let's go. Yeah! 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 I was so proud. That's the only mystery book I've ever actually read. And I managed to get it right. Wait! No, it's this one! They changed the cover, but it's this one. This is the one that I read. Is that a fucking manga? Oh yeah! My brother's friend stole my Maximum Ride manga, but they did make a manga of Witch and Wizard. Wait. I think it was on the first page. We're on the first page, right? We're not on the first page. Hold on. Where's Witch and Wizard? Yeah, and the art style was honestly really good. Are you seeing how good this art style is? His eye looks a little wonky, but it was really nice. I liked this one a lot more than the art style for the Maximum Ride one. Because I'm predictable as hell, and I prefer the more, like, cutesy, cartoony style over the more realistic one. Oh. I was trying to remember her name. Her name's Nudge. I just remembered. So this is Max. Izzy? This is Fang. This is Nudge. This is Angel. Is Gazzy never on the front of one of these covers? This is the Gas Man! This is the Gas Man! Of course Fang looks like an emo, right? Wait, let's take a look at... It doesn't show you anything on the interior, right? Yeah, this is Fang. He's like Max's love interest. Fang looks exactly like the kind of guy whose name is... He does, doesn't he? He's even got like fully black wings. The dude is like genetically engineered to be an emo. Fang unironically looks like my friend's OC, who also... Is your friend a fan of Maximum Ride by any chance? Wait, I'm so sorry. I need to take a minute to show you guys my OC Shadow. While we're here... Where would I put the art of her back when it still looked... Why is the only art of her I can find her dressed up as a black cat in a cheap black cat costume? This is the same character. The thing is, I don't think I even really liked Fang all that much. In my mind, he was kind of bland. But this is happened. I was just trying to get the picture back. What the fuck happened? I hit Control Z and it decided to reload everything in my overlay for some reason. This is just the natural conclusion of trying to make a super edgy character on purpose. You know, the original lore of Shadow is that she was like a really shy, quiet person until she tasted blood, and then she became a cold-blooded killer because she liked the taste of blood so much. Yeah, she's one of those characters. Straight up forgot what we were talking about. You were typing in the... I love her. She's, you know... She's an old OC. I had other characters that I liked a lot more, but I did end up using her a lot because my friend really liked her. But I was a much bigger fan of the good guy in the story because while I like writing edgy characters, I don't usually like root for them. So I liked the girl that she like hated a lot more. But the same friend that really liked Shadow really hated her. So, you know, it just kind of happened that I ended up swapping the amount that I probably would have used them. It's not a big deal though. I was doing like My Little Pony shit at the same time, so I had My Little Pony OCs to worry about. Shit, that's the last one on my list of ideas. I'm gonna see if I can find some of the comics I like. Surely the ones that have physical copies will have. Yeah! Space Boy! Space Boy, 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 Space Boy. I'm gonna rate the omnibuses because I think this will be much faster to rate. Five stars. What an amazing series. I'm impressed you did not stumble stay. What did you do? You cursed me! Let's see. I've also read this one. Okay, look, Space Boy is very good. You fucking got you so good, you gotta admit. Oh, you did. You got me. You got me. Okay, wait, I've also read this. I'm just rating them all 5 stars. I fucking love Space Boy. I fucking love Space Boy. Okay, I think that's all the omnibuses. So I'm gonna go ahead and... That reminded me of another... Do you want to see some of the manga series I read as a kid? Amazing Agent Luna. This is actually, I believe, an English original manga. This isn't Tokyo Pop, so it wouldn't be... Or was it? I don't know. You've read 0 manga? So this one is not technically a manga. This one is, like, classic American trying to mimic. It's about a secret agent who is a clone, and she has to go to high school. Because reasons. She needs to, like, disguise herself. But she's, like, been genetically engineered to be the best spy possible. And stuff happens. And I've actually drawn fan art of this series. And it's really cringy. And also, there was like a really, really good origin story for her like mother figure who, let's see, Amazing Agent Jennifer, which is so fucking good. There's actually a character who dies in this. When I tell you how fucking incredible it was. I was so shocked. It's a good series, but it's kind of high school. The humanity, I know, right? That classic trope. Luna, Amazing Agent Luna I really liked. I wonder if this series, I mean, it has physical copies. Oh, I don't think it does. One of the first webcomics I read was, let me see if I can find it. Oh, no!
I mean, you're gonna have me try and explain one of the earliest comics I ever fucking read to a kazoo? Do you know how fucking influential this series was to me? Yes, and it's what she's got to read it about this.
I was trying to say that's one of the oldest webcomics I ever read. It predates Webtoon. It's so such a classically old one that it got popular on Smack Jeeves specifically before Smack Jeeves got deleted. It's really, it's, you know, it's kind of like a lower key series. It's definitely, you know, written before Webtoon pushed the bar for what webcomics were supposed to be up to way higher standards than the average artist could achieve on their own, I think. And it's just, it's very good. It's a really good series. Now, back to the web. So I've mentioned this on stream before. When I was a kid, what the fuck is happening here? Hello, garden? There's some very spectacular webcomics before Webtoon. There really were. It's such a shame how Webtoon kind of destroyed that, you know? Like, Webtoon is such a good series. Should I be looking for versions that use the American titles? Am I going to be adding Japanese book? Like, is it gonna start recommending me books that I can't read because I can't speak the language? Let's see, what's the other one I read? Sakura Hime. Have you read Daughter of Lilies? I haven't heard of it. Is this also by Irina Tanemura? For some reason, everything is in Japanese. I don't know. It's not everything is in Japanese. In the parentheses, they're adding the Romaji version. they're not adding the actual English translation, except for Full Moon no Sagashite, because that's like the one series that didn't actually get an Americanized title. A webcomic outside. Ooh! Are you in my Discord? If you send the message in my, in the webcomic chat, I will go check it out. I love the, like, pre-webtoon webcomics. It's fun, action-packed up there. Ooh! I'm on board. Magical world, I'm on board. Dangerous inner demons with strange holy beings. Ooh, and there's religious trauma. I want to read it. The reason why I read so much shoujo manga, despite not being a fan of romance, is because I thought as a kid I was not allowed to read shonen. Because I was like, well, shoujo's for girls and shonen's for boys, and I'm not a boy, so I can't read it. I have to read the shoujo comic. So I read a lot of Arena Tanemura and like shoujo. What's it? Shoujo Beat? Ow! It's Shoujo Beat, right? And Shonen Jump? Yeah. This is what our gender norms are doing to young people. Truly! I'm not that big of a fan of romance, but I would still read all the romance comics. You're tossing in the Discord at once. Thank you! I will check it out once I have time. Yippee! We do not want to think. I love Full Moon no Sagashite. It's such a good series. Oh boy. Once you start digging or like think too long about who the main love interest couple is. Promotion webcomic, the webcomic chat. If it's not your own, then it's not or if it's not your own or like specifically asked to be promoted by someone else for them, it can go wherever because you're just talking about a series you like. I just heard him meow. Don't tell me Jet's outside the door asking me to let him in. I don't even have the door latched. He just doesn't think he can push it open. Jet! Let me see. Oh, Jet! Oh, he pushed the door open. Jet, come here. He doesn't like my streamer voice. Jet, come here. Come on. What? Oh, here he comes. Buddy. Hi. Hi. Okay, he just walked away. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he wants. Yeah. Okay, he proceeded to like walk away while trying to lean on or like brush against something, so he just kind of staggered to the left. So Full Moon no Sagashite is it's a fun series about a girl who is like terminally ill and is about to die, and Grim Reapers show up to take her away. However, it turns out that one of the Grim Reapers actually knew her father and was like in his band. He was shown as being a hell of a lot younger. However, that age gap is fucking weird, and that's who she ends up with at the end of the series. It's a fun scene. Okay, so I guess I left out the main plot. Her wish, her like final wish that the Grim Reapers are granting her is that she can finally fulfill her wish of becoming a pop star. So they like turn her into a pop star, and she kind of goes through like the pop star life while solving the mystery of these like, you know, mystery Grim Reapers. Oh, that's such a manga plot. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. And yeah, so so it's because of a tumor in her throat, so she can't sing anymore. That's what's going on. Yeah, so they like help her fulfill her dream I assume because of the promise that she'll go with them once she fulfills it. And it's a short series. Don't think too much about the age gap. 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 Like, okay, so they don't officially get together until she's way older. And, like, he was in a coma, so technically, mentally, they'd be around the same age. However, it's still really fucking weird that he's, like, 12 years older than her. You have to pull out the technically. Yeah, no. In my defense, I'm not a romance fan, so I was never, like, really rooting for them. This series is a lot better, but it's also weird in much more different ways. Like, for instance, there is... This one actually has LGBT people in it. Sorry, you know the LGBT rep is interesting when you have to make that noise after saying it. So there are two characters in the story. One of them, or they are both gay. One of them is very openly gay. It's this guy. This guy is very openly, like, gay and proud of it, right? And then there's this guy who thinks that, like, who's got a lot of internalized homophobia, who thinks that he can't date the people that he wants to as a boy, so he decides to just start dressing as a girl. So he's like, he's a guy who cross-dresses because he thinks he's not allowed to like men. He is my favorite character, though. I always did really like him. This is like a different, they're side characters. The main story is about, like, a street rat who falls in love with a super rich guy. That could be good if done respectfully, but because of how you made that noise, I'm guessing it was not respectful. Honestly, I don't think it's ever a joke outside of the main character assuming that, what's his name? I think it's Mako? Whatever his name is. You know, she assumes that he's a girl, and then when they tell her that he's actually a guy, she goes, "What?" And then it's kind of like not really brought up other than him, like, dressing as a guy sometimes as, like, a disguise to kind of sneak around campus and not get caught up. I haven't read the series in a while, so I don't know how good the rep actually is. However, I'm just going to assume, because it was published in 2006, that it's probably a little dicey. Yeah, fair. Yeah. God, I love Arina Tanimura's style, though. So cute. I wish I drew like this. I'm sorry, I wish I drew like this. I know it's like super, it is the epitome of everything shoujo, but I still love it so much. It's so cute. It's cute. It's really cute. It's really cute. Okay. And then I also read one book of this series, I think. No, 2 books, because I recognize that cover. I read 2 books of this series. So Arina Tanimura, obviously, I was a massive fucking fan of her work, because I read so many of her series. Like, she's the only manga creator that I sought out by name as a kid. Let's see. What is another one that I absolutely should not have been reading as a kid? This one. This one. This one. Did I read up to... I remember one of the covers being like, telling my mom, okay, wait. Maybe it was this one. My god, you've read it! I don't remember how far I got in the manga, but I did watch the full anime. This is actually the first anime I ever watched fully. I think I read up to 4. I don't know if I ever got to their grandma. This one is a fun one. It is a story about a vampire who, instead of drinking blood, she actually produces blood and, like, releases the blood as a giant gushing nosebleed until she finds out that she can inject it into people. It's a really, really fun take on vampire lore. You read it yourself, but you remember a lot of people talking about it back in the day. Yeah, it's interesting. I would say it's definitely not appropriate for kids, because, like, there's talk of, like, prostitution and shit in it. But I did read it in middle school. Yeah, I distinctly remember at the end of one of the volumes, the author talks about writing books specifically for adults. Like, it was an adult series. Middle school leads people to read some weird shit. Honestly, yeah. I don't know the exact definition, so I'm gonna let Sting explain what ecchi is. I don't really know. It is a fun series, though. It is good fun. If you don't mind, like, something like that, yeah. Like, if you don't mind reading around those types of jokes, it's genuinely a really solid series. The anime, I remember, had a really good ending. Let's see. What other manga did I read? Oh! This one was the first manga I ever read. This one is genuinely one of my favorite This is the author of Marmalade Boy? That one's, like, really popular. How did I end up reading the less popular series by this author and not the popular one? Sorry, I think my cat left, so I'm gonna go close the door, but I will explain what the series is about when I get back. Okay, so Ultramaniac is a series about a magical girl from a different land who is really, really bad at magic. And she got in trouble for, I think, blowing shit up with her magic or something. So she gets exiled to the regular human world. And she makes friends with this really, really shy, reserved girl who just gets kind of dragged along by her absolute, like, she just does whatever the fuck she wants. And, like, she keeps testing her magic on, what's her name? Ayu? She keeps testing her magic on Ayu, and it always goes wrong. So the way that she makes magic is she has this little, like, kind of mini computer that she can type on. It's like a flip phone, but if a flip phone opened like a laptop. Oh, so like a DS. Why didn't I just use that? And she can, like, put in what she wants to happen, and then it will essentially print out this little chocolate that Ayu can eat. And then whenever Ayu eats it, it does something to her. Like in the first book, I remember, she wants to win a tennis tournament. So, Nina turns her into a guy, and it goes wrong because Nina didn't think about the fact that if she turns Ayu into a dude, she's not gonna understand where her hands and feet go because she suddenly got a lot fucking taller. Like, so, like, it, like, backfires in ways like that. I also remember an incident where she, like, made, Ayu magical clothes by printing them out, like, onto paper, Except the problem is they looked like real clothes, but because they're paper, they still dissolve when wet, and so she gets like water spilled on her and then has to wear like cheap, oversized gift shop t-shirt for the rest of the— she was on a date. She had to wear it for the rest of the date. It is such a good series. It's just fun. It's so good. Do not watch the anime. The anime is nothing. They turned it into a Magical Girls series, which I know I like Magical Girls, but it's nothing like the manga. They basically took every part of the Magical Girls series, they took every part of the series that made it unique and went, no, pressing you into the Magical Girl mold. Yeah, it's such a good series. The anime sucks. Let's see. What other ones have I read? I think those were the big three, the ones that I actually read like a lot of books for. I did read some of Blue Exorcist. So here's a fun fact about Blue Exorcist. The opening is really, really graphic. Like when he learns, like when the devil possesses his foster dad or whatever, there's like a really gross moment where the guy like tears his fingers off and lets them just like bleed onto the ground, and it's really gross, and that moment alone is the reason why I have never watched the anime. I just don't want to experience it again. It's so gross. It makes me cringe every time I think about it. I hate it so much. It's fun. I stopped reading it, I think, because I had to buy the books, and I just kind of stopped buying them. I think around book 5. That moment is not— yeah, I was talking about it with Rambaluk, and everyone in Rambaluk was kind of horrified when I brought that moment up, so it sounds like it might just be a manga only thing. Cause yeah, that shit was graphic as hell. It was so fucking gross. Fascinating. Yeah. Let's see. What other ones have I read? Now we're getting into the part where I don't really remember. I should go through Webtoon and see if I can find— please tell me Siren's Lament is on here. No! Someone publish a physical copy of Siren's Lament right fucking now! No, this is actually shocking to me. The fact that Luff and Siren's Lament aren't on here despite being like featured comics is so shocking because I swear to God, it showed up immediately when I— hold on. I'm gonna lose my mind. Hold on. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did this. But someone— superhero. Dramedy. Rate the book 2 stars. What did that do? Oh, it didn't do anything to the rating. Ooh, rigged. No. Is this because of the rating? No, I'm keeping it. You gotta give it 3 stars at least. Okay, I'll give it 3 stars. I'm not going higher though. Listen, you're asking me to review the writing that I did when I was in high school. Okay, you be satisfied with that. Okay, okay. Oh, let's see. I still find it so fucking wild that someone put power pills on here. I genuinely don't know who did it. It has been here for years. Is there a way to tell? 2020. It has been on Goodreads for at least 4 years. I don't know. That's awesome. I know, right? I guess technically I do have physical copies. Like, I sell them on Lulu and they're made to print, but like I do sell physical copies. So that's so funny. I can't believe it's on there, but like featured webtoons aren't. The Croaking. I know that they put, yeah! 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 5 stars! I love this series. Oh man, wait. Okay, so I know it has like a regular book, but I wonder if not ever Bones. No. Bones. Not ever. Okay, so there's no webtoon version. Did you guys see that the final episode got uploaded yesterday, I think? I saw the author posting about it on Instagram. Not even Bones is done. Yeah, not even Bones is done. Let me double check. What? Yeah! Yeah, 1 second. Afterward, yeah! Series finale uploaded March 16th. It's done. It's done. Oh god, I gotta read it. I gotta read it before it becomes Daily Pass. Makes you feel so old. Honestly, I mean, it's a trilogy, right? It's not super... Almost 200 episodes. That is quite a lot of episodes. That's like 4 years or something? And, okay, wait. So the new series that the author made, Dead But Not Gone, the artist for that series, I have been following on Tumblr since before 2010, I think. It's fucking wild. You know how many times I've thought about commissioning them in the past and just didn't have the money? And now they're working with the person who wrote one of my favorite webtoons of all time? That's so good. I'm so happy for them. That's awesome. I hope that they like the author. Yeah, Castle Swimmer! Yeah, Castle Swimmer! Yeah, Castle Swimmer! Yeah, Castle Swimmer! And it took me so long to read Castle Swimmer. With books that are like specifically, you know, marketed as BL, you kind of have to be careful because you never know when it's gonna be like not made for gay people to read. And I'm so mad that it took me so long because it's genuinely a really good and sweet series. Yeah, especially on Webtoon. Like, I'm sorry, Webtoon's got a fetishization problem with gay people. Wait. Speaking of gay people. Yeah! 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 I'm gonna give it 5 stars. It has a rating that's way too low. It also took me so long to read Andy Bass, specifically because of the art style. I'm so sorry to the author. It's a really good series. It's really funny. I shouldn't have let I'm a hypocrite because I always complain about how art style can make your comics get, you know, written off. And then I wrote off a comic that's actually really good because of the art style. I'm so sorry. I'm giving Andy a head pat. I'm sorry. It's okay. At least I learned. That's so true. I've learned that I need to actually pay attention. Wait, okay, speaking of comics with an unconventional art style for Webtoon, do you think that this is on here yet? Oh, of course this is gonna be fucking impossible to find. No, I don't think it's on here yet. Oh, I'm so excited for the physical copies of Time and Time Again. I'm gonna study the shit out of them when I get them, because the author of Time and Time Again has been talking about their process of turning the comic from webtoon format to print format a lot, and it looks like they put a fuck ton of time, care, and effort into it, and also are like working really hard on, you know, making sure that it's possible to turn their series into print format from the start when they work on the webtoon series. And that's so interesting to me. I wanna study them. I wanna compare them. Yeah, there's a lot of comics you didn't read for a while because of the art style. Yeah, it sucks that art style is, cause like, I get mad because people don't really like my art style very much. So a lot of my stuff gets written off because of my art style. And it sucks because I think that I'm a pretty good writer. Like, I don't want to speak too highly of myself because like a lot of what I put out is definitely unpolished because I'm rushed. Oh, hey, Feather! We're talking about comics that I like. But, you know, when I actually go through the effort of trying to get it edited, I hope I make a good series. Hey, Book, you want to know something funny? Your Tumblr queue just posted about Avalon. Yeah, I saw that post. I like that you brought Avalon up because I was actually saving Avalon to add for the very end. But since you brought it up, I can bring it up. I want to talk about this series. So fucking bad. Wait, Avalon went bad? No! That's not what I wanted to type. Avalon Web of Magic. It's like there's no way you just missed it. Yeah, no. River Hydrate. Yeah! Actually crying. I have tears in my No! Avalon Web Bad is the opposite of what I want. Oh my god. Oh, look at her author page! That's so cute. Oh, it's a blog post. Oh, it's a blog post. That's so cute. 2014. Rachel Roberts, come back. I miss you. I miss you. Okay. Honestly, such a Freudian slip of you to type Avalon. No! I meant like I wanted to talk about it so bad, right? I said something that had the word bad in it. I swear to God, Avalon. Ew, they used the bad cover for this one. Ew. You want to know a fun fact about Avalon Web of Magic? So they have like the really good, nice version that had the original cover. And then they had like a pulp fiction version that didn't have the illustrations inside the book and was made on like really thin, cheap paper and had these disgusting I'm sorry, I know it's just realistic art style, but so my parents, the way I found this series is my parents got me a copy of All That Glitters. as a kid, for like Christmas or something, they don't have alternate covers, do they? Okay, wait. And it had one of those really bad ones, and I put off reading it for so long because the cover made me uncomfortable and I didn't like looking at it. Web of Magic, all that glitters cover. All that glitter covers. All that glitters cover. Yeah, so this... Where's the good one? This is the good one. This is the cover that the series had. Like, this is the actual cover of the series. This is the art that they commissioned. Look at how good and pretty that is. This is what my parents got me. This is why it took me so long to discover how good Avalon Web of Magic is. All of these covers are so fucking bad. It's especially, I think Emily's face is probably the #1 thing that put me off of reading it. Why is she doing that? Wait. Okay, I can't. Fuck! Ah! Not what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to scooch around on the page, dude. Okay. And then. It's perfect. I look just like the 3. But yeah. Oh my god, is this Amazon? Hold on. Oh fuck. Well, I need to go ahead and mark that because I just accidentally doxed my location. Fuck. One moment. Where's the stream mark? Fuck, I don't have the mark. Okay. Oops, didn't see that. I was trying to see because it says that it's only $1.30. If you guys can get the books for only $1.30, I'm begging you to read them. I'm begging you to read them. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have to private this bot after the stream, though. Whoops! I don't think you can clip stuff out of the Twitch VODs. Okay. Let's see. Book 5, Spellsinger. So, this is, a series about... So, there's, like, these 3 mages. The healer... who is Emily, and, like, the main character of the series. The warrior, Adrian, who, is, like... She's, like, the edgy girl, the edgy wolf girl that everyone wants to be. And then there's the blazing star, which is Kara, who is, like, the popular girl. The rich popular girl whose, dad is the mayor or whatever. And there's this prophecy about the three of them, where, like, they talk about how they keep reincarnating the healer, warrior, and blazing star. Not like actually reincarnating, but they keep popping up throughout history. And without fail, one of them turns evil and destroys the group. And so the entire series is about the 3 of them trying to defy the expectations while they're being targeted by this evil witch who has taken over this alternate magical realm that can be accessed through these portals, which are covered by a web. Like, the portals are, you know, that's what the web is. It's the thing that essentially strains the bad stuff from getting through. And it's so good. And I think like the final 2 books are genuinely some of the best, taking the prophecy and twisting it and making it yours, that anything I've ever. It's so good. It's so good. I know it's like really cheesy young adult, yay, power of friendship and romance and stuff, but the final 2 books are so worth the climb to get there. I swear to God, it's so good. Look at that cover. Look at how cool that cover is. How can you say no to the drama? Look at Emily's face. She looks so distressed. Don't you want to see how she got there? That looks awesome. Yeah, okay. I'm done gushing about Avalon Web of Magic, or we'll be here all day. Never mind. There's a manga series that I also read. Woo! Of course there was a manga series. Actually, the fun fact about one of the things that I brought up earlier, Amazing Agent Luna, is that this series has the same artist as Amazing Agent Luna, which is how I found out about it. Like, that's how deep my love of Avalon Web of Magic goes. It has influenced multiple other things that I have gotten interested in because of this series. Okay, done gushing. I should rate Frankenstein. So I've read Frankenstein. Here's my hot take on Frankenstein. I fucking hated this book. It's so boring. I'm so sorry to my Frankenstein enjoyers. I know it's a classic. Nope. It's, so what happens is, like, one interesting thing happens, and then Frankenstein goes off into the woods to sulk for like 5 chapters. And then he comes back and an interesting thing happens, and then he goes into the woods to sulk for another 5 chapters. Your grandpa gifted you like 7 different classic books, and this was the first one you tried to read, was Frankenstein, then you put it down and never read the rest of it. Yeah, Frankenstein's so bad. I really like the concept and other adaptations of the story, and the way in which it's told in the original sucks. Yeah, like, I like slow burns. Frankenstein's a little too much of a slow burn. I think it doesn't help that, you know, it's written in 1818, which means, while it is in English, it's in an English that you kind of have to work to understand sometimes. And it makes those moments where he goes into the woods to contemplate really dull. Like, I'm sure it would be a lot more interesting to read if it were in, you know, more modern English. Which is definitely, like, the media literacy take of the century. Like, good lord, that opens a can of worms. Let's balance it out by going to a Shakespeare story that I quite liked. Othello. I'm not gonna rate it, because I don't know exactly how much I read it. But I really did like Othello. You think the most classic lit you've ever read was King Lear, which you actually really liked, but you did have to read. Yeah, my problem with Shakespeare is I never managed to get what the fuck they're talking about. Everyone will come in after the reading talking about what happened. I was like, oh my god, no, that's not. I did not know what I was reading. You want to get it so bad. Yeah, me too. I guess that's my thing. My weakness has always been media literacy. That's always like the lowest grades that I got in school, which sucks because I really want to be good at it, because I'm an author and I want to be able to read books and like understand what the fuck they're about, but I have to really work at it. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying, and I think I am getting better. Cause like, I'm getting the themes and modern day connections of the webcomics I read, but I haven't like gotten anywhere else with it yet. Let's see, what else have I read? The Merchant of Venice I have not read. Good lord, there's so... 1,000 pages?! I'm just looking up the ones I've read by name. Hamlet. I have read Hamlet. Clear Sound. Hey, Pulse, how's it going? We're talking about Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet I've read. Nerd. Oh, sort of. More like theater nerd. You want to know the best trick I learned to actually understanding Shakespeare? Is to get a group of friends together and read it out loud. It is not only way more fun, but you also, like, it's easier to read. Oh, God! You've never been able to read through Shakespeare either. Okay, the reading out loud tactic works so well. It's wild. Is Aloe still here? Rombaluk, oh, Shakespeare! Rombaluk Shakespeare reading night when? I know I've read another one. The way that my school worked is we would always read one Shakespeare play a year. What was the one I read my sophomore year? Romeo and Juliet was freshman. Hamlet was senior. Othello was junior. I actually haven't read Macbeth. I should though. You liked reading Shakespeare in class when we actually had parts to act out. Yeah, it's way more fun to read Shakespeare out loud. Fancy that. It's almost like Shakespeare is meant to be performed or something. What the fuck is the fourth Shakespeare I've read? Maybe I haven't. Oh, A Midsummer's Night Dream I'd like to read someday too. You know what? I'm gonna add this to my want to read. I'm gonna remember that. I want to read it. Maybe I didn't read anything sophomore year. It's almost like it's a play, almost. Actually, speaking of plays, I think I've told this story before, but one of my favorite moments from reading Othello out loud is because you're not doing the acting, it feels like the stage directions take no time at all. So what happens is there's a scene where Othello, Iago, who is the villain, and fuck, is his name Cassius? I'm gonna call him Cassius, are talking. And then Cassius walks away, and Othello turns to Iago and goes, "How do I murder him, Iago?" But the thing is, because the stage directions are not acted out, what it sounds like he did is turned and asked this to Iago before Cassius was out of earshot. It sounds like what he did was like turn around immediately after Cassius turned his back. It's like, "Hey Iago, how do I fucking kill this guy?" It's so good. Wait, speaking of, Brave New World was another one that I read. I say this because there was a moment where, like, I wasn't quite following what the fuck they were talking about in the story, and at some point the guy says, "Consider the horse," period, new paragraph. They considered it, period, new paragraph. And it was so weird out of context, and I kept telling my friend about it over and over and over again, and at some point we ended up reading Brave New World together, and we figured out where the horse came from, and in unison we went, "Oh." interested. Horse mystery solved. Yeah, they were talking about like genetics or something, or like the way that horses are built. So you contemplated the horse. We did contemplate. We did, in fact, consider the horse. He meant it as like, consider the horse, documentary voice, not consider the horse. Guy talking about a horse that's right over across the room. That could have come out of my mouth better. Let's see, what else did I read? Ooh, you want to see the least favorite book I read as a kid, or not as a kid, in my AP literature class? Oh my god, I forgot my key is fucking broken. My K key is broken. This is one of the worst books I had to read for school. It was so boring that I could not finish it. It is so boring. I am sorry to Kate Chopin. Chopin? You can really tell I've been trying to learn Japanese. Kate Kate help. God, you hate Kate Chopin as an author. Everything she writes is... Yeah! You get it! You get it! You get it! The Awakening is the worst fucking book I've ever read! It's so boring. I'm sorry. It has fallen directly... You know that, like, zone that's like, it's a good book, but it's boring, you know? And then you like go up the elevator on the other side, it becomes so bad it's good again. The Awakening is like dead center on the so mediocre and boring that it's terrible. You've read the story of an hour 5 times for different oh my god, wait, so you hate this author and you keep getting assigned? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that sucks. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I've read. So, we did read a couple things of the Canterbury Tales, but... Ooh! Beowulf! I have, in fact, read Beowulf. Cool! I took a British literature class my senior year, so like I have a bunch of like random British stories like the Canterbury Tales and Beowulf, but the thing is, it was the one class I took that wasn't advanced because my guidance counselor talked me out of signing up for all AP classes, saying you wouldn't be able to keep up with the workload. I absolutely could have been able to keep up with the workload. AP classes were not all that much harder than regular classes, but I still got stuck with the like regular non-advanced classes where the author didn't really trust us to, or not author, the teacher didn't like want us to take the time to actually analyze shit. So he would give us sections of the Canterbury Tales and he would give us most of Hamlet and then just show us the movie for the ending because he didn't trust us to be able to follow what happened in the final fight scene. And like, it was not great. It was not a great class. He was a fun teacher, terrible class. I also have read, what is it called? Here's my flex. I've read whatever the fuck the story that's like Beowulf, but is actually about a guy named Siegfried. I've read that in German. I took German for like 6 years in high school. Of course I was going to... No, yeah, I don't remember what it was called. We literally just called it Siegfried. My teacher was kind of like that. We didn't call stuff by its title, we just called it by whatever was easiest for us to remember. That's the story. If you've ever seen, the like opera Looney Tunes, where, it's the hunter, like, singing to Bugs, who is dressed up as a Valkyrie, that's where that's from. That's Siegfried. It's also where the dragon Fafnir is from, who, by the way, is not actually a dragon. He is a giant who is cursed to become a dragon. So all of those dragon stories that name their dragon Fafnir, they're fucking lying. His name's not actually, he's not actually a dragon, he's a fucking giant. What is the actual story called? Sigurd? Where is it called? I just want to look up the name. The problem is I don't know the name of it. Oh well, I told you about a book I read. Let's see, are there any like major books that I should add? Oh right, I was like halfway through my comics. Let's see, Unordinary. I really like Unordinary. I know that a lot of people keep saying that it's not that great. Fuck you. Unordinary's really good. Oh, so Unordinary gets to be like Unordinary gets to have their webtoon seasons on here. Unordinary is funky. It's so fun. I think the thing that catches people is two things. One, Unordinary bills itself as a superhero comic, but it's not. There are superheroes in it, but superheroes are more a consequence of the world that Urichan wants to explore with the series. Like, they're used as a plot device, but not actually a major part of the story until much later, which I think gives people, like, it disappoints people, you know? They're reading the story because they want superheroes. And two, every character in it fucking sucks. But here's the thing. They all have really good fleshed out motivations. Here's the unpopular opinion. I like Arlo. I think Arlo is a really, really good character, and I want to see him be better. And everyone hates him. Like, I think that your stance on Unordinary will come from how much you are open to liking Arlo. Because if you do not like Arlo, you're not gonna like the rest of the series, because John is Arlo, just in a different font. You have to be open to morally gray characters. Unordinary is all right. You don't like how the story feels ultra repetitive, so you find Arlo and the other characters. Yeah, John's story it's fine. I think it's interesting. It's making progress, I think. Oh, it's so tragic to watch his push and pull between, like, being a good person and being a bad person. You do not like Arlo, but you like his character arc. I think he's stuck up. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, do you like him as a character? Do you want to see his story? If you want to write him off as, like, a 1D villain, you're not gonna like Unordinary. That's the litmus test. Cause yeah, he's a fucking terrible person. He is such a good character, and you can tell how he's been pushed to be like this because of the society that he's in, and you want to see him wake up and realize that the society is making him so unhappy and miserable as a person, and he just doesn't see it, and he keeps getting so close. I like Arlo. Liking characters versus liking a character's moral stance are two very different things. So true! You love Arlo, but that's because you like, yeah. Arlo's, oh my god. Okay. We've been here for like 2.5 hours, so I should probably start wrapping up because my computer's about to start shutting down on me. We've got like 30 minutes left before I have to shut this down, or my computer's gonna make me. There's a reason why Matt's your second favorite Power Pills character. Tee-hee! How did I make that noise? Since the way he uses people's powers and figures it out quickly and turning them around it. Yeah! John goes from making progress to being unhinged way too quickly. I think, oh. See, I think the thing about Unordinary is it's really not good if you read it week by week. I think a lot of the pacing issues can be fixed by just binge reading it. That's my opinion. You became a marketable squeaky toy. Please! Did you guys see? Did you guys see? Did you guys see? Did you guys see? Did you guys see that vGrace is working on plushies? They're going to let you make, you know, okay, so I've heard that they're specifically popular in China. I'm not sure if that's the case, but there's these type of plushies that are really popular in China where they're dolls that come without clothes, and the point is you buy clothes for them and dress them up. It looks like vGrace is gearing up to sell those types of dolls. And considering vGrace's entire MO, that's money for the plushie merch fund, baby! Thank you. What was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah, since vGrace's whole thing is their low minimum order quantity, it means that I might actually be able to make plushies of my characters and sell them as merch. And thank you for liking Unordinary. Ah, you are so welcome. Unordinary, so good. Okay, I want to make video essays, and Unordinary is it's such a good one. I want to bite it, and I want to shake it around like a dog with a chew toy. It has so much good world building. The world building in Unordinary is what makes it such a good series. You would sell a kidney for the plushies? Me too. I'm still trying to figure out. So I've set up a Weebly. But I haven't advertised it because I haven't found a reliable way to calculate the shipping cost for any of this, because I ship them with padded envelopes rather than a package, and online calculators do not account for large envelope packages. They only account for regular packages. So it always tells me that shipping like one acrylic charm cross country, not international, is like $10. And I'm like, no the fuck it's not. So I haven't advertised that I made this because I'm scared that someone's of course I clicked on the one thing that doesn't have any merch. I'm scared that people are gonna buy it and then I'm not gonna be able to afford to ship it to them because I have been living paycheck to paycheck recently. I've had a lot of really big purchases that I've needed to make, like, for the future and health. Like, you know that, like, spend money and then eventually, hopefully, make money? That is kind of what I've been doing lately. So any free cash that I have is going directly to trying to one, I'm trying to work on getting highlight reels out on my YouTube channel to try and like, because I want to make YouTube series, because YouTube series make a lot more money per view than webcomics. But the thing is, webcomics take so much time to make that I don't have time to make YouTube series, so I have to hire someone else to do it for me. So I'm working on highlight reels, but that's taken a large chunk of my money. I commissioned someone to design the spaceship for the main character of my comic. The Torment Nexus. I am in the fucking Torment Nexus right now. I have a job that pays me $10 an hour and makes me work so late that I've been waking up at 3 p.m. on a regular basis lately. I'm in the Torment Nexus. But yeah, I want to do like a soft launch and like let a couple people maybe buy these and see if maybe I can figure out the shipping costs from there and then adjust them and then do the full launch. But eventually, once Vograce launches those plushies, you bet your fucking ass I'm making all of the power pills and selling them. Oh, I'm so excited. The one thing that has me a little is that the sample that they showed has like fur for hair. This is like a personal thing because I know that some people don't mind it. I despise plushies that have hair that's like fur. And if that's the only option, I'm gonna think really hard about commissioning them. But I probably still will, because I know that people are probably gonna want them. We'll see. I hope that they make clothes too, because I'd really like to get all of their like default outfits made. We'll see. We will see. But I'm excited, and I wish they would release more, like talk more about it. I'm excited. Oh god. I know I read more comics. I'm just trying to think of which ones have print versions. Let's see. Sorry, I have to look at my subscribed series. Wait! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Yeah! Wildlife by Pascal Lipas! Now this is a 5 out of 5. Look at how high the rating is. Oh, it only has 101 ratings. Still though, Wildlife is ridiculously good. What an incredible series. It's so good. What, that one's Hiveworks? Wait, let's see. I know that this one also has print versions. Because of course it does. Alice in the Nightmare! Alice in the Nightmare! Because of course, if you make a webcomic that's based off of Alice in Wonderland, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna read it! We have well established that I am obsessed with everything Alice in Wonderland. I'm wearing an Alice in Wonderland shirt right now. Okay, so there's a creator called Negative Legend who makes like videos talking about well, I don't know, it's not relevant to their content. However, they made like a "you are interpreting Alice in Wonderland wrong" video, and it's so good. And they released this incredible shirt design at the end, and I was like, this is the only video of yours I've ever seen. I bought it immediately because it's a cool Alice in Wonderland shirt. We got Negative. Yeah! I binge watched all of Negative's videos after that, but I haven't watched their videos in a while. I should come back to it. I think they ran out of stuff to talk about that I watched myself personally. So I, of course, lost a little bit of interest. However, they're definitely in the like genre of like Izzy's and my brain wants me to say Sarah Zed and Strange Eons, but I don't. Not really. They're very like the nostalgia Izzy's definitely. Izzy's is definitely similar content to Negative Legend. The other two, not so much, but kind of. They're just more specific to Tumblr. Let's see. There's another channel that I really like, but her channel is really tiny, so comparing Negative Legend to her would not work because you guys would not know who the fuck I'm talking about. Let's see, what other Hive works? Sanity Circus. Sanity Circus is also super good. It is also one of the origins of, if you guys have stuck with me long enough, you've heard of the concept of a doppeldan. And this is like a thing where when I designed Dan, I thought I was being so fucking clever with like his hairstyle and everything, only to find out that there's like an entire genre of dudes who look just like him. And there is a doppeldan in Sanity Circus. And he's like a major character. I was like, God damn it. See what I did there? Okay, moving on. But what other? Oh, I just watched this, I just read this one. It's so good. I've been doing research on magical girl comics and like magical girls in general. And this is like one of the only magical girl comics that I've stumbled across as a webcomic that actually like understands why I like magical girls so much. It's so good. You guys should read it. It's really good. Let's see. I don't, have I? Okay, I'm back to my subscribed list on Webtoon. Do you think, I know that they have physical copies, but it's, no, they don't. Okay. Yeah, they're not like traditionally published books. It was worth a shot. That's a really good series. No. Okay. Well, it is 5:46, so I'm going to try and wrap up the stream before, What do you mean books favorites? I didn't... Is this enough to get recommendations? No! No! I need to rate 20? 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2... Wait. Is there a way to tell how many ratings I have? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More books! They did the thing! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 15? Okay, so I've rated 15 books. What page am I on? Okay, so I need to rate 5 more. I'm just gonna go ahead and like... I liked Brave New World well enough. I'll give it 4 stars. Othello I liked. It was hard for me to read, but I'll give it 4 stars. Obviously, Avalon Web of Magic Full Circle gets a... Look at that ratings jump, dude! I was telling you guys about how the final 2 books of the series were so good. Look at how much higher their ratings jumped for those last 2 books. It went from a 4.3 to a 4.45. I'm telling you, one of the best endings in the world. It's so good. I'm giving this one a 4. Okay, wait, that wasn't the first book. Whoops. Well, we're keeping it. Please tell me that that's enough to give me recommendations. Yeah! Yeah! All right. Wait. Oh, wait. I've read Cursed. How did I forget about Cursed Princess Club? We were literally talking about it. I've read this. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It's good. It's not the greatest, but I like it. Let's see. What else have you got? Yeah, okay, so here's the problem that we're running into. It's gonna recommend me nothing but comics and young adult or like teen fiction because that's all I have. Wings of Fire! Yeah, alright. Aragon! I have actually read Aragon. So here's the fun fact about Aragon. I read the book. I liked Aragon. Book 2 of Aragon was so boring that I couldn't finish it. I tried. I really did try. So here's the thing about me. I don't really like high fantasy. Because high fantasy tends to focus specifically on the world building, and they all have a very specific style of writing. It's not really that great. Let's see what we've got. Oh, wait. If I can look at these. That's a 2. That's at most a 2. I'm sorry, Freaking Romance is not great. I have, in fact, read Freaking Romance. Third Shift Society, 4 stars. Yeah! True Beauty, 2 stars. It did that trope that I hate, where they time skip forward and like everything is different all of a sudden and it's like you're reading a completely new series. That is my least favorite thing. I hate that trope in particular. Like I was tolerating True Beauty and then that happened and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm dropping the series. More for this genre. So I'll take a look. Ooh. Fruits Basket. Dude, I used to read Fruits Basket like kind of while I was studying comics, like not studying. Well, I was like in newspaper meetings because I never had anything to do. And I always found Fruits Basket so fascinating. And I would always read the comics and like never remember exactly what happened. But yeah, so what I'm learning is I should probably try and find some adult books first before I let them suggest stuff to me. And yeah, so I guess we can keep you posted. That's my love of books. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to the main just chatting screen. Okay, hold on. I just need to check something really quick. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, no worries. So yeah, those are the books. That explains a lot about me, doesn't it? Like the specific types of books that I enjoy. Yeah. So I need to come up with like better intros. It was fun to look back and like look at all the books that I read. It is kind of a big shame of mine that I never did get around to like transition from kid media to adult media, because I really do prefer adult media when I can read it. Cause like a lot of the comics that I like I would say The Croaking is solidly aimed at adults. A lot of like the anime series that I watch, I tend to specifically watch the ones that are aimed at adults, and that's a thing that I want to start reading more books and listening to more audiobooks. I do have a couple that I've marked as wanting to read based off of recommendations, and like I downloaded Libby, and you guys should also, if you want to listen to stuff while you work, but everything has been getting way too negative lately and you just need a break, and I'm specifically talking about drama videos, please keep up with current events. It's very important to make sure that you pay attention to what's going on in the world and don't just become complicit. Let's see. To read. There was that one that kept coming up with like, I think I heard about it somewhere else. But the Final Girl support group I wanted to read. I had a couple recommendations from people online. Oh, I don't actually have all that many. I want to try getting through the Earthsea books. Unfortunately, it does kind of fall into that that high fantasy trap of not really focusing on the characters and not really giving me a reason to care about the story. However, I personally think it's really, like, apparently, it's a major inspiration for, like, you know, Terry Pratchett's series, Discworld? Apparently, Earthsea popularized the concept of magical schools and, like, wizards that aren't like Gandalf. And I want to go back and, like, read it, because it's not a very well-known series, but it is so influential that multiple authors have cited it as being one of their major inspirations. So that's one of the things that I want to read. And, like, I'm gonna get into it more. That's my resolution. I want to read more books. If you want to, you can follow my Goodreads page and keep an eye on my progress. Or don't, because I actually really fucking hate when people find out the new thing that I'm gonna be into for a while. Like, I hold off on telling people about it. But if you want to, there's the link. Sorry, there's the link. This is opposite how it looks on my OBS. Alright! So, yeah, I am going to wrap this stream up before my computer decides to wrap it up for me. I had fun today, and thank you guys so much for checking in and showing up. And yeah, next week I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Like I've mentioned, I've kind of wanted to dive into doing more fun streams rather than just like straight playthroughs. I did buy a slime making kit. Earthsea is unknown. It's lesser known than the series that it inspired, I think. Because, like, I'd never heard of it. I heard about it from a video essay, but I don't know anything about it. I'm just going off what the video essay said. I'm not really big in the high fantasy world. That or it's everyone's top fantasy books. Really? I'm gonna have to, like, force myself to get through the first book. Because I definitely dropped it because I was getting bored. You read the first one. Yeah. Yeah. The first one feels very... This happens, then that happens, then this happens, then that happens, with no detail of what actually happened, and it's like... We can talk about what happened in greater detail, please? The world is interesting, but the main character is infuriating and overly confident constantly. Yeah! I guess that's like his major character flaw. I think the character would be much more interesting to watch progress through the series if, you know, it just had a bit more like dialogue scenes rather than just telling us what happened. I don't know. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I like character-driven stories, and a lot of high fantasy is very much not character-driven, and that's what tends to turn me off from it. However, I want to read more classic literature, and I would consider something as influential as inspiring some of the greatest writers today. I would very much like to know where all that came from and figure it out. So yeah, that's probably a number one. I should also, I mean, I talked about it, but I've never actually read Discworld. I should read it if I want something classic. Ooh, I'll take a classic recommendation, sure. I read the Never, oh. Sorry, do you want to know a secret about my story with the never-ending story? We actually owned a DVD copy of the book. Or not the book, of the movie. Obviously, why would you have a DVD of a book? Of the movie. And I was always too scared to put it on as a kid. Because I thought that the never-ending part was literal. And if I started watching the movie, like in my mind, I was like, no, of course it'll have an end. That's not how never-ending stories work. But then the other, more anxiety-driven part of my brain was like, but what if? But what if you get stuck reading it forever? And so I should give it a shot. People really like it. Yeah, I'll look into it. The Time Thief. That name also sounds really familiar. I'll have to look into those. Thank you for the recommendations. I will... Hold on. The never-ending story. I typed all that as one word. I'm gonna put that as want to read. And then the Time Thief. I spelled thief wrong. Okay. I will add that. Excellent. Thank you for the recommendations. I'll look into it. Yeah, this is hopefully going to be my new while I work media. I think I need to have a variety because I've been lately alternating between Doug clips specifically and video essays, and having a book in the mix for when I'm tired of both of them would be very good. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, next week, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna like sit and think about it throughout the week and see if I can come up with something. And if I don't, we'll do the slime making stream. I'm very fascinated by the fact that apparently the slime craze got so big that Elmer's glue made slime. This is the #1 reason why I'm doing it. Yeah, slime! It's color changing. It's color changing. It's like one of those thermoreactive colors. I'm so, can you hear it? I'm so excited. I want to try it on stream one of these days. Haven't decided when. I got it on clearance for $10. I'm very excited. We're gonna do it at some point. We will, I promise. Okay. Yeah, so, yes. Keep an eye out. I'll do my best to update you guys on Discord. That's where I post most of my stuff, like updates for streams and stuff. If I come up with something, I will let you guys know. If not, slime stream. Yeah. So, with that, I'm gonna go get dinner because it is now dinner time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking with me while I figured out what I want to be as a streamer. And I hope you will stick around while I work on a very, very big update about my streaming behind the scenes. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys next time.